Hi, I'm Jeff Cook. Welcome to Business Birdies, where we talk shop with business leaders off the clock while playing a little bit of golf. Oh!
Did that just happen?
Success, always good. Today we're at PB Dye Golf Club in Ijamsville, Maryland. This 250-acre property was designed by Pete Dye, who said, for this course, you'll use every club in your bag. Since opening in 1999, PB Dye has been home to some of the most patriotic outings in America. From rolling fairways bordered with mounds and moguls, multi-level greens, deep pot bunkers, and tee boxes and greens edged with railroad ties, PB Dye's signature features are generously on display here. With a flair for the extravagant, the course is fairly wide open and doesn't look all that intimidating at first glance. But once you're out there, watch out. Expect the in-between game to be tested, as this course places a premium on accurate approach shots. Players also face water on 4 holes, including an unforgiving but stunning island green on the second hole. But one of the most unforgettable features at the golf club is the beautiful waterfall and twin ponds that flank the 9th and 18th greens. And for anyone from beginner to professional looking to improve their game, PB Dye is home to the nationally acclaimed Steve Bosdosh Golf Academy. No matter how many times you play the course, it will continually reward you with fun, challenging play. On today's episode, my guest is Dwayne Dixon of Chesapeake Senior Benefits. Longtime friend. Dwayne, good to see you again.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Why don't we get started? Have some fun out there at PB Dye. It's going to be a challenge, but I think we're up for it.
I'm going to do my best.
All right.
Not to embarrass you.
So Dwayne, you played football in high school, right?
Yeah.
And what about after that?
1 year in college, and then after I finished my college football, I was crazy enough to play what they call 9-man flag football. And that is essentially tackle without the pads.
Wow, so like rugby.
Yeah, only worse.
And eventually, was your body just like, that's enough?
I played that for almost 10 years. I mean, we were nationally ranked for a while, and we traveled all over the place. And I always say, you know you're playing a dangerous sport when you pull up to Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia and they have about 10 ambulances lined up out. And our motto was always, hit first and don't be in the meat wagon.
That's a pretty good piece of advice, I would say. Yeah, I got you.
Absolutely. So
what position?
I played offensive line, defensive line. I was on kickoffs, which I think were the worst.
Oh, yeah.
You're just taking full-on collisions
high speed
with people just running at you from 50 yards away,
yeah,
just hitting you. And
yeah,
it's amazing what you can get used to, especially ice baths.
Maryland, you played football for a little bit, and then you were, what after that?
After I left Maryland, I went and started working for the government.
Okay.
Yeah, I was working for the State Department. Did that for 6 years before I took the dive into the private sector.
Gotcha. But you were, what were you doing at the State Department?
Budget analyst.
Budget analyst. Mm-hmm. And then after that, did you stay in finance?
Sort of, yeah. I went into the accounting realm and hung out there, and I put probably 15 years almost in that realm before remember the 08-09 crash?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When that happened, I wanted to do something that I had a little more control of, and I wanted to still be able to help people.
Gotcha.
So that was my calling.
Before we even get to that, what are like some of the biggest lessons you learned from being in different financial things, mergers, acquisitions, the other financial things that you did over the course of that part of your career?
Yeah, one of my bosses had a phrase that he told me a long time ago. He said, do well by doing good. If you do good for your clients and always keep them first, you and your family will do well.
That's good.
He always told me that, and I carry that still to this day.
I love that quote, because I always believe in helping other people as well. And if you do right by others, it'll naturally come back to you. People call it karma, people call it a lot of different things, right? But I agree. I think it's just a good way to live life. So Dwayne, after kind of you worked in various companies doing finance functions, you started your own thing, right? With insurance.
Yeah.
And you had a lot of people working for you, selling insurance, etc. What kind of, from the selling mindset, did you want them to have, something they wanted to do for customers, etc.?
Well, you know, we've talked about this before. The insurance world, in lack of a better phrase, it's a fear-based world. It is fear-based for not only the customers, but for the brokers as well. And when you bear that in mind, you know, what I used to always tell my agents that worked for me was, desperation makes for odd decision making. Don't be so fearful that you're not going to make a good living that you start doing all of the wrong things. Those things can come back to haunt you.
Right.
Okay, the customers can feel it, your teammates can feel it.
Yep.
So you have to always maintain that thought process.
Yeah. So Dwayne, I know you and I met a long time ago, and
Can you imagine, it's almost 20 years?
yeah, yeah, probably is 20 years. But one of the reasons we became good friends is because you were the coach of the softball team where we worked, and I know you coach a lot. How many things have you coached, Dwayne?
Well, let's see. I've coached football, I've coached basketball, I've coached baseball, softball. I've even coached a bowling team, believe it or not.
Wow. Okay. And what's one of your favorite sports to coach?
My favorite sport, my natural love, is football. Always football, always has been.
Yep.
But I've come to love a whole lot of different other sports. My youngest daughter is into swimming. So my life is about swimming now.
Yep. Yep. And I know you coached your other daughter's softball team too. So on this episode of Business Birdies, the Cookout Challenge is going to be closest to the pin on this par 3. The winner will get a free set of wings from Anchor Bar in Frederick, Maryland. So Dwayne, are you up for the Cookout Challenge?
I am up for it. Oh no.
I want those wings.
I lost already. Are you kidding me?
So Dwayne, we got Sugarloaf Mountain in the back there. So I know you're kind of like the outdoors. You like to go camping a lot.
Yeah.
Where do you go camping typically?
The last time that we went camping last year, it was Cunningham Falls.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And where's that?
That is north, kind of Cumberland, out that way.
Gotcha. And what's a typical camping weekend for Dwayne Dixon?
Well, it's my turn to show off my Neanderthal cooking style.
Okay.
Because I enjoy cooking on a live fire.
There you go.
So I do something called campfire chicken and potatoes and all this stuff, and then, you know, obviously we'll do the typical things, the steaks and things, but we don't put in more than 2 or 3 days out there.
Okay.
Because, you know, it becomes a little sketchy after that.
Gotcha. You know, time for a shower maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. But yeah, that sounds great. So Dwayne, we're about 175 to the flag from here over water. I don't know if I should go for it. So
let's make it a really complex bet. You make it over and land it on that green, I double or triple your wings. You land in the water, you double mine.
Wow. All right, let's do it. Business Birdies bonus cookout.
Double or none.
Let's see it. Give it a ride. Oh, he got it. He got it. I'll be goddamn, he got it.
Double those wings.
Oh no.
Extra crispy, extra sauce.
Oh, he got it. What happens if you're the sole rainmaker in your business and something happens to you?
Yeah.
What's your company do?
Yeah. So that's something like Keyman Life Insurance?
Exactly. Keyman, I talked to them about that, how it works, what it looks like, and how the company can take a policy out on its key executives and then pay for it almost kind of like a perk.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, and those are important things for them to understand. And then what else are you offering your employees? Everybody here is Aflac, but do you offer it?
Right.
I can help you with that.
Right. Gotcha.
You know,
so there's more than
disability.
just life insurance.
There's more than, yeah. And then, you know, for my business owners who are contractors and everything, what are you doing to put away for your retirement? Do you have a SEP?
Those,
I can set you up with one of those too.
right.
You know?
So there, I mean, and especially in the Frederick area, there's a lot of contractors up here. They do a lot of great quality work, and maybe they need to think about those things.
I've got a lot of barbers and truckers and everybody else, and they need to make their SEP contributions. You're allowed to put a certain amount away, and they need to understand. They don't know anything about this stuff.
Right.
You know, and then life insurance is an obvious thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's the quickest way, what I always tell folks, the quickest way to pass on generational wealth is through life insurance.
There you go.
70% of the country does it that way.
Okay. So Dwayne, we're getting to the end of our round, and I know you said what you do now is something that is uncomfortable for a lot of people, but you work on life insurance, right?
A lot more than that, but yes, life insurance is a huge piece of it.
And what else?
You would call me a retirement planning specialist.
Gotcha.
I am an expert at Medicare.
Okay.
So I help people transition from their working life into their retirement life.
Gotcha.
And with that comes a whole lot of things that have to happen.
So give me an example of like something that is super important that a lot of people just don't think about when it comes to that type of planning.
Well, I mean, the two main pieces that happen when you start to move in towards retirement is your health insurance and your life insurance.
Okay.
Two things people don't necessarily like to talk about.
Right.
But it has to be done.
And like for younger people out there who maybe aren't even having any kind of thoughts on this, like is there anything advice you'd give to them even at a younger age to start thinking about when it comes to this kind of stuff?
Yeah, when I teach classes to the young kids, what I have to make them understand is everything is age and health based. Do it while you're young and healthy. It's dirt cheap to take care of when you're 20.
Yep.
Not so much when you're 50.
So Dwayne, for the 19th question today,
Yep.
we're going to talk about a skill that I think you are just a top master of, is the grill.
Okay.
Tell me about the best grill you've ever been on, your grill skills. What's the secret to a good barbecue, all that kind of stuff.
The secret to good barbecue, I think, is what I'm teaching my daughter. And the word is patience.
Patience. Okay.
Nothing good comes off of that grill in a hurry.
Gotcha. And I think that could apply to a lot of things in life, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know, I know that you used to tailgate with a lot of these massive grills and things like that. And what's been your favorite thing that you ever made on the grill?
Oh, wow. It has to be brisket.
Brisket.
Yeah. It is a true calling to do brisket.
Nice.
Since we had brisket on the mind, we decided to order some house-made brisket and other food from PB Dye's Outdoor Smoker and Barbecue.
So we've got our Caesar chicken wrap. This is a pork belly BLT. This is no longer on the menu. This is a specialty item. This is our brisket sandwich, which is on the menu every day. Shoestring fries. These are our smoked wings. They are dusted with barbecue dry rub. This here is our brisket wedge salad, blue cheese crumbles, blue cheese dressing. We do all the brisket in-house, and this is just our everyday hot dog. We score the top, so you get the nice little checkered on the top. And we're introducing our new My Dad's chips. We just brought these in yesterday.
So Dwayne, as we're closing out, why don't you just let the people know what you got going on finally again and where they can find you?
They can find me on my business Facebook page, which is under Dwayne Dixon of Chesapeake Senior Benefits.
Okay.
That's a good way. And they can also find me on Instagram.
Great. Well, thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely.
This was Jeff Cook for Business Birdies. Until we see you next time, hit 'em straight.